Practical Sailor was at the Newport Boat Show last week, and while we were enamored by all the new boats and new technology, particularly the new Jeanneau 350, we found ourselves longing for something more traditional, something with beautiful teak work and long sweeping lines. After getting our fill of all the new production boats and the big carbon fiber cap that was on display from Carbon Ocean Yachts, we jumped in the water taxi, paid the nominal fee, and let the skipper know that we had no particular destination in mind. We just wanted to go for a ride. And that's when we saw her, moored just off the show grounds, bobbing in the breeze, the Little Harbor 63. In a sea of production boats, it's easy to get lost in all the aft cabins and sugar scoops, Jeanneau's new sloping side decks, and everything a twin helm, even Catalina. It's nice to take a moment to appreciate a proper ocean-going, ocean-crossing Goliath of a live-aboard sailboat, something you don't see every day. And I want to share that experience with you today. So put down your Beneteau brochure, your Island Packet chain plate article, and close the sailboat data tabs that you have open right now for just a moment, and let me show you this boat. We admired this beauty from afar and wondered what its story might be as we cruised around on the water taxi. A gorgeous Ketch with in-mast furlings on both masts. Clearly someone has spared no expense, and just as we were disembarking the water taxi, we met that someone. Just by chance, a man introduced himself that had seen me on YouTube. The man was the owner of the Ketch, and he was all too excited to show her off. This is Karuna, a Little Harbor 63. Founded by Ted Hood, Little Harbor yachts were built in Japan as early as 1959, and later in Holland, and then in Taiwan. Hood had close relationships with the yards that were building his designs, and later he began manufacturing them at his own yard located in Taiwan. The company was sold in the late 1990s, and the brand was retired not long afterwards. It's thought that about 200 boats were built under the Little Harbor name, from 35 feet to 100 feet. The owner was telling us how much his wife loves this second cockpit. That's right, this boat has 2 cockpits. Even when another couple is on board with them, she has her own private aft cockpit space to hang out with a glass of wine and a book, away from all the other happenings on board. Karuna has a 63-foot LOA with a beam of 17 feet 3 inches, a 12.5-foot draft with the board down, and a displacement of some 70,000 pounds. She's powered by a 2004 Yanmar 4L diesel engine with 158 horsepower, clocking 2,200 engine hours. Karuna sleeps up to 8 guests in her 3 staterooms, each with its own head and shower, plus a crew cabin forward. There are a total of 18 opening ports, 9 hatches, and 2 companionways, providing excellent light and ventilation, with electric helifans throughout the whole boat. We noted also that every jib car location hole is actually numbered on this boat, so if you find a setting that works well on a given point of sail, you can replicate it later. I wish my boat had these. The main cockpit has a bimini top with a spray hood and fold-out centerline table with surrounding bench seating and cushions, as well as the ship's helm and controls. The aft cockpit has a spray hood and features 3 lockers with vents that lead overboard. Karuna has upgraded Hydronet main, Genoa, and mizzen sails installed in 2018 by Vermont Sail Partners. It includes a North Sail cruising spinnaker with sock, a North Sail's Dacron staysail that's never been used, Harkin System 3 hydraulic roller furling, Genoa sails, and more. A Ketch rig configuration with in-mast roller furling main and mizzen sails is also included, with new motors from 2021. Everything on this boat is set up to be push button right from the helm, with multiple speeds for sail trim. Despite her 63-foot LOA, she can be sailed pretty easily. The bow thruster is a tunnel drive 18 horsepower driven hydraulically from a power takeoff from the front of the main engine with an aqua drive coupling that was new in 2017. The steering is Wagner hydraulic, and the rudder's driven by 2 hydraulic grams. All the steering lines were replaced in 2023. The autopilot has Simrad controls in the helm from the 2 Zeus chart plotters. Reverse cycle air conditioning units, there's 2 of them, 16,000 BTU cruise air units. They supply the main salon and the forward staterooms, and then a 12,000 BTU unit supplies the owner's stateroom. There's an Ecotech 360 water maker, a water heater that was new in 2021, and the windlass is a Maxwell 3500 24 volt with a chain gypsy and road capstan, and that's new in 2018. Karuna draws 6'5" with the centerboard up and 12'6" with the centerboard down. The ad for this boat says that Karuna, the Buddhist principle of compassion, is as fantastic to sail as she is beautiful, with her power winches, power roller furling sails, and flexible draft so she can safely take you anywhere you wish to go. She's been constantly upgraded over the years with a recent engine, teak decks, electronics, sails, and rigging. She carries 400 gallons of fresh water and 375 of diesel. The general feeling as we wander around this gorgeous boat was just how heavy and well made she is. It's like walking on a sidewalk. At 70,000 pounds, she's certainly an ocean crosser and able to do it with so much style and luxury, it's amazing. The main cockpit is huge and the woodwork is exquisite. But with all the new gadgets and electrics and furlings, she's also very easy as a boat that you can use. I can definitely see sort of two couples getting together and sailing around the world and having ample space on their journey. I wouldn't want to pay for any of the upkeep bills for this boat for sure, but if you can afford the asking price of just under $600,000, I don't imagine you'd have trouble keeping her this beautiful. That's honestly the only caveat with this boat for me. With the systems in place, she's rather complicated. Hydraulic systems I likely wouldn't be able to fix myself with common tools. As you enter, the spacious saloon with starboard dining area that comfortably seats 6 for a formal dinner. Along the port side is a large settee with cocktail table. The centerline settee can be either facing the saloon table for dining, or it can also face the port settee as sort of a living room. The saloon also features the custom-built storage and display cabinets and hand-cut beveled glass for the ship's glassware in China, as well as a built-in wine rack. Bookshelves finish off the area and house the entertainment center, which has a 32-inch TV and a fusion stereo system with a soundbar. To port is the nav station, which houses the navigation, instrumentation, and computers. There's a chart table with storage and comfortable seating. Further aft are access doors to the engine room where all kinds of storage is available. And then there's the owner's stateroom. It has a large double berth to port and a single berth to starboard. There are 3 bookshelves and 2 curtain storage spaces above the berths, in addition to several drawers and cupboards for personal items. Both berths have large storage underneath. The vanity has a movable seat with storage space as well as a mirrored cabinet. There's a separate private entrance here which leads to that aft cockpit. The owner's ensuite head contains an electric toilet and a separate shower with a seat. The toilet and sink area contains several storage cabinets and a hanging locker behind the full mirrored door. Aft of the forepeak on the port side is the head and shower, which is shared with the crew cabin and 1 guest stateroom. The port stateroom has a double lower and single upper berth and has ample storage and drawers and a hanging locker. To starboard is the VIP stateroom with its own private head, electric toilet, and shower. The VIP has a double berth with lots of large storage compartments and a hanging locker of its own. The forepeak is very spacious and houses the hydraulic motor for the furling gear, the 24-volt anchor windlass, 225 feet a half-inch HT chain that was replaced in 2022 for the primary 80-kilogram Bruce anchor, and 250 feet of rode for the 60-kilogram CQR secondary. There's also a storm anchor and rode in the lazarette. There's ample storage for dock lines and fenders as well. The forepeak cabin sleeps 2 crew members with storage above and below the berths. Access to the foredeck through a deck hatch has a fixed ladder. This space shares the port guest head and shower. Located starboard aft is the galley. There's an oven with 4-burner propane stove with custom built-in stainless steel cooking hood, built-in microwave, an ice maker, top and side loading fridge, double stainless sink with built-in storage cabinetry above and below, a washer dryer in the hanging locker, a large top and side loading freezer with 4 storage compartments above, opening portholes for lights and ventilation. The boat's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm sure she has some amazing stories to tell. I spoke to the owner this morning, and the price was just lowered from $590,000 to $540,000. She's located in Rhode Island right now, and whoever pulls the trigger on this boat is getting one amazing vessel. My only worries for this boat are what I mentioned before. Hydraulic systems are beyond my ability to repair, and it uses a lot of hydraulics. I'm sure they're bulletproof systems like everything else on this boat, but alas, we have to find stuff to critique here. Also, all the woodwork would be part of the deal with this boat. She's so beautiful that the new owner would be obligated to keep her this beautiful. It would be a crime to let this boat go to shambles. This is an artwork and it should be treated as such. The owner said in the years he's owned the boat that maintenance has been pretty easy because there's not a lot of decisions to make. This is a spare no expense kind of boat, and she should be treated that way because she's worth it. If you want to see more on this boat, it's listed at Wellington Yacht Partners. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, while I have you, please give this video a thumbs up for this amazing boat and to show your support for these classic, traditional, timeless vessels. I'll see you guys next time.